Tom Cruise has been famous for so long that people almost stop noticing how unusual his effect on others really is. But when you start lining up the interviews, the red carpets, and the behind-the-scenes moments, it begins to look less like coincidence and more like a pattern. Whether it's reporters, co-stars, television hosts, or even global superstars, people around Tom tend to light up. They lean in closer, laugh a little harder, and sometimes seem completely charmed by his presence. Back in 2015, during the New York premiere of Mission: Impossible Rogue Nation, Tom spent around 10 minutes chatting with reporter Jessica Chastain after their interview. Reports claimed he kissed her on the cheek and later had an assistant ask for her number. Whether it was simply friendliness or something more, the moment immediately became part of the growing legend surrounding Tom Cruise's unusual ability to connect with people.
Who dressed you up tonight? You are very handsome.
Who dresses you up? You look
Me?
incredible. Incredible.
Oh my God, thank
Incredible.
you. You like it?
Yes, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And if you thought that was just a one-time story, the 2023 Miami Grand Prix suggested otherwise. Tom Cruise and Shakira were spotted together at the event, and almost instantly the internet went into overdrive. Reports claimed they spent time talking in a VIP area, and photographs of the two together only added fuel to the speculation. Romance rumors spread within hours. Whether there was anything romantic happening or not almost became beside the point. The pattern itself was becoming impossible to ignore. Whenever Tom Cruise is seen beside someone, the internet starts writing a love story. But this isn't new. The same kind of energy was already present decades earlier during his appearance on The Rosie O'Donnell Show back in 1996.
I don't know if you know it, but my boyfriend is right around that corner. I love him. Most perfect man on the planet, my Tommy. Tom Cruise!
The chemistry on that show felt completely effortless. It was playful, warm, and impossible not to notice. The conversation flowed naturally, and both of them seemed genuinely entertained by each other. That's the Tom Cruise effect. It isn't always about flirting or romance. Sometimes he simply has a way of making every interaction feel a little more alive, a little more memorable, and somehow more electric than it would otherwise be. People don't just talk to Tom Cruise. They seem to become fully engaged in the moment with him.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous! You're my Tommy!
Then there are Rebecca Ferguson and Vanessa Kirby, two actresses who seem to bring out another side of the Tom Cruise effect. In interview after interview, Rebecca speaks about Tom with a level of admiration that feels completely genuine. She often highlights his work ethic, his commitment, and the incredible energy he brings to every project. You can tell it isn't rehearsed praise. It feels like the respect of someone who has watched him operate up close and walked away genuinely impressed. And with Vanessa Kirby, the chemistry is equally undeniable. Their interactions are relaxed, playful, and full of an easy camaraderie that instantly grabs people's attention.
I just want to see them really shine. I think they're so talented and I admire. So McHugh and I, we work very hard to make sure. I just want them to have a great time and be great in the movies.
And cake and you know.
Yes, I give them cake and stuff like that.
Vanessa was saying that she was slightly worried about the kiss in the film because she went in really hard. And I said it's the only time you see Ethan being on the back foot a little bit. But she thought, I didn't know if she went too hard.
I love that scene because I love that character.
At this point, audiences aren't really asking if it's a coincidence anymore. They're wondering why everyone around Tom Cruise suddenly looks like they're starring in a romance movie. Emily Blunt brings a completely different version of the Tom Cruise effect. Every interview they do together is packed with effortless banter and natural chemistry. They tease each other, laugh constantly, and seem to enjoy every second of the conversation. There's an ease between them that makes their interviews endlessly entertaining to watch. Again, it doesn't necessarily read as romance. It simply looks like Tom has an unusual ability to make every interaction feel special and memorable.
We're hanging in the exosuits and harnesses, so like the entire weight of you and your suit is like on your groin, and like people are miserable. People are just like hanging like this, just waiting for them to just shout action. And Tom, that insatiable positivity, I can just see it just starting to unravel. And he was pouring with sweat. I remember looking at him, and he looked at me and he goes, "It's a challenge."
Then there's Monica Barbaro, who admitted that when she first met Tom Cruise, she was so stunned that she completely forgot her own name. It's the kind of story that sounds exaggerated until you actually hear her tell it. But that's another thing that keeps showing up in these stories. People don't just respect Tom Cruise. They often seem genuinely overwhelmed by his presence. There appears to be something about meeting him in person that catches people off guard, even people who are successful stars in their own right.
F-18, first time. And we're all standing in a hallway and we're kind of like being bros and being like, yeah, we're cool. We're going to be fine. He walks down the hallway and suddenly couldn't feel my legs. He starts shaking hands with everyone in a circle, shakes my hand, looks deep into my eyes, and I forgot my name. You just were sort of like, is she okay? Did we hire the right person?
Sophia Bella delivers one of the wildest moments in the entire Tom Cruise universe. During an appearance on the Drew Barrymore show, she casually recalled licking Tom Cruise's face while filming The Mummy. It's such an unexpected and bizarre story that it almost sounds fictional. But somehow moments like this seem to happen around Tom all the time. People become unusually comfortable around him. They tell strange stories, laugh more than expected, and share moments that sound almost surreal when retold years later.
It was not in the script. We were rehearsing and he wanted to find something a bit extreme and for him to be like, and he said, he looked at me, he's like, just lick my face, just lick my face. And he asked for his makeup artist to clean his face. And then I licked his face and I will never forget.
Jennifer Connelly brings a more elegant version of this same energy. During interviews surrounding Top Gun: Maverick, she talks about Tom Cruise with that familiar combination of admiration and amusement. She seems deeply impressed by his dedication and intensity, but at the same time genuinely entertained by just how completely Tom Cruise he really is. The stories are different, but the reaction keeps repeating itself. Respect, fascination, and a sense that being around him is somehow an experience all by itself.
So he makes it, it's just a joy working with him.
Then comes one of the standout stories from Michelle Monaghan. Shortly after getting married, she filmed an intimate scene with Tom for Mission: Impossible 3. Years later, she recalled telling her husband that it had been an amazing experience, and that Tom was incredibly kind and professional throughout the process. Once again, the details are different, but the outcome is remarkably similar. People walk away from working with Tom Cruise and somehow end up telling stories that make him sound less like a movie star and more like a force of nature.
And my husband and I just remember so vividly, I get my call sheet for my very first day on Mission.
Mission Impossible.
And of course, as luck would have it, it's an intimate scene with Tom Cruise. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, Pete, this is my husband, Pete. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. He's like, baby, don't worry about it. Just follow his lead. He's such a professional.
Hayley Atwell perhaps describes the Tom Cruise effect better than anyone else. During the Mission Impossible press tour, she explained that Tom has the kind of presence that naturally becomes the center of gravity on a set. She talked about how focused he is, how attentive he is to everyone around him, and how committed he is to making sure his cast feels safe and supported. She even shared stories about physically exhausting shoots where Tom constantly checked on her and made sure she was okay. Listening to her speak, it becomes clear that his reputation isn't simply about charisma. It's also about the way he makes the people around him feel valued and protected.
Surprised me more than anything else is how easy he wears it all. He has this, I remember we went over for dinner to his, and he comes out, he's like, hey guys, how you doing? Sits down, we're chatting about the film, chatting about our day, what we've been up to. And we were like, well, how was your day? He's like, yeah, it was good. It was nice actually. I had a lovely time. It was like 29 skydivers, I think, today.
She also highlighted something else that comes up repeatedly in conversations about Tom Cruise. According to Hayley, he creates an environment that is surprisingly free of ego. People feel comfortable taking risks, pushing themselves, and trying things they may not normally attempt. By that point, the admiration no longer feels performed or exaggerated. Simply feels like part of the dynamic. The people around Tom Cruise genuinely seem to enjoy being around him, and that reaction appears again and again regardless of who is telling the story.
It's because he's so disciplined in what he knows that he has to do in order to be able to accomplish these stunts, and that has also that real understanding of how to relax and be fearless in it. And that's the thing that I find most inspiring, is that how the lightness he wears this.
So, Did Tom Cruise literally make every celebrity flirt with him? No, of course not. But if we're being honest, that headline works because there really is a pattern underneath it. Jessica, Shakira, Rosie O'Donnell, Hayley Atwell, Emily Blunt, Monica Barbaro, Jennifer Connelly, Michelle Monaghan, Rebecca Ferguson, Vanessa Kirby, Sophia Bella. The details of each story are different, yet the result remains strangely consistent. People around Tom Cruise often look charmed, amused, impressed, flustered, or completely engaged. And when the same reaction keeps showing up over and over again, maybe the simplest explanation is the correct one. Tom Cruise has spent decades building one of the most camera-friendly and undeniably magnetic charisma fields Hollywood has ever seen.